Hello crafty friends, welcome to another card making video. Today I'm going to revisit a technique that I did during Die Cut December, and that is to use a travel iron to melt some embossing powder. If after you've watched this video you'd like to watch that video, I will leave a link in this video's description down below. Right, let's get on with it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is put down a generous amount of this white embossing powder. This is Heat It Up in Seafoam White, and I picked that up from a charity shop. I'm also going to add a bit of clear, and then a nice generous helping of Penny Dreadful it's called, Penny Dreadful Luscious Powder, which is a copper pigment powder with mica in it. So quite a lot of that. You get loads, 25ml in these pots, so I don't think I'm going to run out anytime soon. And I'm going to give that a bit of a mix around. I'm going to add some teal and some green. This is the teal. I'll just shake that over. I've got a pokey tool here. I'm going to use to swirl that in a bit, I think. You could use a cocktail stick, a pair of tweezers, or even just the end of your spatula, whatever you like. And I'll use this fan brush, it's just a cheap makeup brush, to sweep everything towards the middle. So I've got a good chance of capturing as much as possible when I heat it. And I'll put a sheet of baking parchment, greaseproof paper on top. And I've got my iron, which has been heating up. It's just on the heat setting. I'm not using steam or water or anything. And I'll apply a decent amount of pressure, pressing that down. And hopefully the embossing powder will melt and capture all that luscious powder. I'll just peel it off a little bit to see how we're getting on. It's not sticking to the card yet. It's probably because I put an awful lot of embossing powder on there. But what I can do is flip it over. I'll protect my iron from whatever seeps through the card, and do it on the back side so that some heat gets to the bottom of that embossing powder. Let's see how it's going. I think I'm going to turn my iron up a bit. This is one of those trial and error techniques. Play and see. Right, now my baking powder is starting to scoot around, which is telling me that everything is melting nicely, and there's even some oozing out the side there. We'll do the bottom again. Flip it over and see what we've got. I'm going to peel this top layer off while I move the iron. There's some luscious powder that's not been captured by embossing powder, so I'm going to do another piece over there like that and just give it a good press down. And I'm still seeing some unembossed luscious powder, so I'll sprinkle over some clear. I'm getting quite a few different bits here. This looks like it could do with a bit more melting, so I'll just put this one over the top and see what happens. And we'll just leave those to set and cool down. So these skins are very thin, but I might be able to peel them off if I'm careful. So I've got some skins that I've peeled off of the baking parchment. They're very fragile, so those I would use maybe as backgrounds. This is the one that I was really after today, the one on card. I'm not going to peel that off because that's now really sturdy on there. We'll give the edges a bit of a dusting to remove any stray pigment powder so it doesn't rub off onto things I don't want it on. I've got this hexagon die. It's not a stitched die, it's just a plain die, and I'm going to cut lots of hexagons out of this, I think, all the same size. So I've got 7 hexagons. These two are obviously the most impactful, maybe this one as well, and these are the more supporting ones. I've got a card blank here and I'm going to work directly on that. I've made a little pencil mark here, which is 1/3 of the way in for the left and 1/3 of the way down from the top. So that hexagon, the really strong bold one, could go there like that, bang on the third, because the human eye really does like things on thirds. So I'll just dot some PVA, high-tack PVA on the back of my hexagons and place that roughly there. And I'll just build up a little pattern, leaving a little gap between each hexagon. Got some non-stick paper here that I'll just use to press those down. You can always flip the card over and press it down from the back. Give that a little slip to get off the overhang. Right, so I'm really liking that. I love all the shimmer, the shine, the gloss, the texture, the shapes, the pattern. I've decided I'd like to put a butterfly on my focal hexagon. So I've cut using these dies from white cardstock. So this butterfly body will fit nicely on there. And now normally I colour my butterflies or I cut them out of a metallic cardstock, but I put it on there and I thought it actually looks really nice just plain white. I might put some glossy accents or crystal glaze on the body just to give it a bit of dimension and lift it a little bit. I think I am going to keep it white. For my sentiment, I've got a stamp that says best of luck. It doesn't have to be a best of luck card. You could make this card into anything you like. And I'm going to stamp it about there so it tucks in. It's not just floating around in space. Just so the sentiment pops, I'm going to stamp it in black. Right, now we can stick the butterfly on. I'll just put some glue on its body, so that the wings can lift up a little bit. And I don't want to obscure the sentiment, but I think that will do. And we'll dip that in there and stick it on about there. And I'll add some crystal glaze to the body. And that's pretty clean and simple. It's a simple design and there's lots of white space here, so it probably would count as clean. If you wanted to jazz it up a bit, you could do some spattering, you could add some enamel dots or Nouveau drops, but I think I'm going to leave this one at that. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video and it's given you an idea or two that you can use in your own card making. If it has, do let me know in the comments, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and I'll see you back here very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.